Okay, so I got the cooler all mounted the way it's supposed to be. I don't know what kind of lights I'm gonna try to do here. I ended up having to work some storm hours, so I wasn't able to get it with some light. So this is better daylight. Anyway, so we got nut back there. There's two bolts on the top. Okay, and then I got some quarter 20 hardware. They're round heads on the other side. That way they won't protrude into the cooler. So as you can see, um, it is right above the bottom shock. Now the skid plate is going to be down a bit, from when it's up there. I know I possibly heard of some concerns of like you bottoming out and hitting this, but I don't know. The skid plate is way down here and it comes up like this. I mean, I would say you'd have to smash it pretty good to hit that. Um, maybe I don't know, if you're Baja in this thing, I don't think you're quite putting a winch on the front and adding this weight anyway, so I don't think it would be a problem. Um, I don't know. I don't plan on really doing all that, so this is fine for me. But that's it with the fan setup. Now all that's left is just getting this winch up in there. There is a way. So this is the on-off switch for the winch remote. So you're not going to want to have this on all the time. So there is a thing here where I take this off. Um, there's the power wire that goes from here and runs to the switch. So, and because its normal power source is actually from this big cable, so it's always going to be energized as long as the switch is on. So if you don't want that, what you do is you'd have to leave the switch has to stay in the on position at all times. And then this wire that goes from here, I'm going to hook to an upfitter switch. And then by doing that, I can turn the remote power off from inside the truck. And I never have to go and mess with this switch. So it's real simple. I was shown how to do it. So you just, like say, you take this cover off. The wire is hooked up to the positive. You just take it off and then feed it out of this hole and then just tie it into the upfitter switch and you're good to go. That's it with that part. All right. So I have, there's 4 screws underneath here that hold this on, but you got these little bus bars here. So I'm going to have to take these 3 nuts off, and then it will come off. And then after that, you can flip it over and I can get the wire out. All I need to do now is just get the wire out so I don't have to worry about it later. So it's a 13 millimeter. And take these off, and then after that, it should just come right up. But this is what I was talking about earlier. There's no the only cables are the cables actually going to it. A lot of times this box has cables that you gotta fool with. Well, now it should just come up. Okay, so just gonna flip it over right here. There is okay. Just seeing if that's all. Seems like that's it. I know there's one in there, but I don't know if that's holding it. There we go. So all we gotta do here is this wire right here, this red one. Okay, so this red wire right here, you just got to get it off of this main deal, and then you're going to have it come out of the they have it here. It's either that or long enough you could, they got it zip tied here, I could extend it or get it out completely. So it'll reach. I don't know what the best thing to do here is, maybe just have it so it'll reach to come out. Yeah, I gotta either extend it or get it so it comes out. I probably will make it longer. Alright, so what I ended up doing was just extending that wire. So actually now it will reach all the way up to the upfitter switch or wires under the hood. So I won't need to worry about doing anything else as far as the wire goes. Everything inside of there is like a sealed thing, so there's no like gasket here. One of these didn't want to go in because I had it in the wrong hole. There's I mean, it's real easy to tell, but these are countersunk, and they just had it in the wrong one. Alright, then now all that's left, there's 4 holes here. So you just flip this back over. here. Too bad that I had to work earlier, longer than normal. It'd also be a lot farther. Probably could have postponed it another day. This just sits in there. The Allen key went with this. Okay, so I got them started there. It's just the 4 screws. You're gonna get from this side. They're Torx. Now, the other option I was going to do, instead of running this wire like this, but Paul mentioned to me to do it, that I could do it this way, and I thought, yeah, I'd rather not have to open the hood if I don't have to. But anyway, one thing that I was like noticing yesterday was like most winch plates, the winch is mounted like right side up like normal, and when you're pulling with it, let's just say that this part here was flipped downward. So let's say that this was flipped down so that it was sitting in there normal, like in a tray. When you're pulling with it and you got your 4 mounting bolts, they would be going upwards. You're actually pulling the winch like kind of like a, when you're pulling any force, there's somewhat of a twist, I would imagine, because the top's going to want to tip forward, but the bolts are holding it from happening. Well, with this, like mounted this way, the winch is actually sitting flat. It's going to sit horizontally, face down, okay, with so it's the bottom is going to be here. So when you're pulling, it's actually just going to pull itself into the mount. So it's like, you know, I've never seen bolts break, but I mean, who knows? I would think it might be able to happen. So like I just think it's another good design because it's going to sit flat in there. And the reason for that, the winch is going to sit face down, is because the way the drum spins, the rope will be higher up. So the winch could be a little lower, but yet the rope is coming up higher, so it's coming out in the right spot of the bumper. So, I mean, at this point here, it just seems to be that I just have to get the bumper modified here. I got to cut the center out for where the winch, where this is going to sit inside of it, and then cut the little grill area for the fair lead. Then I can just throw the bumper on here, and then the rest is just wiring. So we're almost there, but I don't know. I'm not going to finish it today, but yeah, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with this. I might call it a night because I just it's like 9 o'clock, so and I got to get to work tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can finish it Friday. So